session of the day and the last session of the conference, we have Miss Ayesha Ohri Agrawal. Miss Ayesha is an ISSA certified elite personal trainer and nutritionist. Since May 2020, she has helped more than 100 people achieve their fitness goals. Her main aim is to make getting fit simple, attainable, and sustainable. I would like to hand it over to you, Miss Ayesha.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that warm welcome. And thanks to everyone who's joined in. Like mentioned, I am an ISSA certified personal trainer and nutritionist. And today I'm here to talk to you, all of you, about how fitness is extremely critical for our mental health as well as our overall well being. So, to start with, I want to first tell you that our mind is not synonymous to our brain. Instead, our mind consists of many mental states like thoughts, emotions, beliefs, attitudes, images, right? And the brain is just a hardware which allows us to experience these mental states. Now, each mental state comes with a physiology associated with it. It could be a positive or a negative effect it has on our physical body, right? Now, for example, the mental state of anxiety can create physiological reactions like stress hormones, which in turn can lead to an action. Now, that action can either be positive or negative. If it's a negative action, it could be something like emotional eating, or it's also known as stressful eating, which in turn impacts our physical health, right? So it's like a chain. It's a circular chain where first comes a mental state that we are in, which results into a physiological reaction followed by an action. And this action, like mentioned, can be positive or negative. Now, fitness or exercising is just one of the best ways to channelize and to react to those physiological changes that are happening in your body for a mental state that you might be in, right? So, that is one of your first takeaways that I want you to take today, is that fitness is a great way to channelize and react to these physiological changes that are happening in your body because of a mental state that you might be in. Now, another point that I really wanted to talk to all of you about was, so by now you've understood that there's a very strong connection between the brain and the body, right? There is a strong chemical connection between the brain and the body, which is when we exercise, there is a release of endorphins, which is basically the happy hormone or the mood uplifting chemical in our body that gets released, right? Which is why we feel extremely happy or energetic, excited, feel a sense of achievement after we finished exercise or a workout or any kind of played a sport for that matter. It's the chemical side of it. So there is a very strong connection between the brain and the body. But what I wanted to talk about was to broaden our understanding of the word fit, what it actually means, right? If I say that this person is extremely fit, the first thing that comes to our mind is, oh, this person might have abs, big biceps, tight glutes, really. On Instagram, there's a hashtag, a very common hashtag called fitspiration, which I still don't seem to understand, but you know what I'm talking about. There's a very physical benefit of engaging in a fitness routine, and I'm not denying that there is, but there are many intangible benefits of getting into a fitness routine. You uh, you can concentrate better, you can focus better, you sleep better, it boosts your immunity, it helps you increase your BMR, it helps you get off medication, it's preventive in a lot of ways. It helps you prevent chronic diseases. It helps you uplift your mood, and at the end of the day make you feel happier and in a happier state of mind, right? So from, let's say, if I'm having a bad day, I would work out and feel a lot happier. It's like a new day altogether. And it's all obviously because of the endorphins, but it's a great way to channelize all that low energy that you have and create it into something positive and uplifting, right? So, thanks to social media, often our understanding of fitness is, attached to these images of actor, actresses, models, and fitness influencers. And we tend to think that, because these people have abs and big biceps and tight glutes and, those thigh gaps, they are fit. And rightfully so, because they work really, really hard. It is their job to look like that. And often I tell my clients that, there are some trade-offs that you need to make to get a body like that. And there are costs and benefits associated to getting a look like that. But what you need to understand is that not everyone has the same fitness goal. You don't have to look that way. But the key thing to understand is that fitness isn't binary, which means that it doesn't mean that you're totally unfit or completely ripped. Rather, it's a spectrum of a range of different fitness levels that one can be at based on their priorities, goals, and values. And where you want to be is a decision you have to make for yourself, and just work hard towards it. You have to move for 30 minutes in a day. You have to exercise and burn those calories. You have to eat clean. There are no shortcuts. All these workout plans that are there, lose 10 kgs in 1 week, it just doesn't happen. It doesn't make sense. So you have to work hard to be at a certain level of fitness based on your priorities, goals, and values. But the good news is that there is a range of possibility, right, from where you are today to where you want to be in terms of your level of leanness. So but what you need to understand is that any kind of movement is important. When I say fitness, it just doesn't mean exercise. So like I said, mind isn't synonymous to brain. Fitness isn't synonymous to exercise, which is basically a workout. You could be walking your pet outside. You could be playing a sport. You could be climbing the stairs a dozen times. It's a great workout in itself. And right now that we are, at home, movement outside is an issue. There are a lot of options, online options, dance fitness. You can just do a simple spot jog and get your movement for the day. But it is important to move, right? And this brings me to another very important thing that I wanted to discuss is why humans are designed to move, right? For billions of years, life on Earth has evolved. Countless forms have emerged, lived, and become extinct, leaving only the finest bits of themselves for future generations. But look at us humans. Our bodies are only slightly different from those who lived 200,000 years ago, who actually ran, jumped, climbed, crawled from dawn to dusk in order to survive. And today, for us to survive, we sit on our chairs, staring at our screens. Deadlines have become one of the greatest threats that we face today. And fewer daily activities in our routine is challenging the physiology of our body, right? And what we tend to do is mainly focus on our brain. No doubt it is one of the most important bits, but yet we continue to feel, see, and understand the world around us through all our senses, right? And it is extremely important. I cannot even emphasize on how important it is to get that kind of physical activity, because it stimulates every single bit in our body, from a cell, tissue, organ to a muscle. Uh, they all feel better when they're supposed to do what they're meant to do. And when active, they pass all this positive vibe all across our body, right? So, what I want to tell you is that any kind of movement is extremely important. Do not think of exercise only synonymous to a workout right now. Our body is our legacy. It carries the wisdom of countless generations. And the truth is that we are made to move. You are made to move, and today we are going to be moving. So I have a fitness test sort of planned for all of you, and I'm going to be doing a couple of exercises which I want you to either follow or do at a time which is convenient for you. But listen to the instructions very carefully, and do it at a time when you can. I'm not sure if you all have the space to follow me, but if you want to, you can. I am just going to change my angle a little. Yes, there to be doing 4 exercises, nothing very tough. But this will actually tell you if you can do all the repetitions and in the time slot that I will tell you, then continue your fitness routine. It means that you're fit enough, but you'll obviously have to continue, because as soon as you stop your fitness routine, there is a lapse which is possible. So continue engaging in any kind of fitness routine that you've been doing. And if you're not able to finish this test, then it's time for you to start start your fitness regime. So here it goes. Our first exercise is a modified burpee, which means that you just have to go down, okay, go back, come up, and stand. You need to do 5 repetitions of this exercise. So let's go. 1, 2, slowly, no rush. 3, 4, and 5. Our second exercise are squats. Feet shoulder width apart, toes pointed outwards. 10 repetitions of squats. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Our third exercise, which is a part of this fitness test, is called a sprinter start. Get your right balance and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Our last exercise are swings without any equipment. Simple swings, 10 repetitions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So those are the 4 exercises, and I need you to complete these repetitions in no more than 2 minutes. If you can finish this in 2 minutes, like I said, continue your fitness routine. If you cannot, it's time for you to start one. And I would like to take some questions. I think we have the time.
Thank you, Ms. Ayesha, for this. And I'm sure I'm going to try this fitness routine later on to check whether I'm fit or not. So here are some of the questions. So the first question is that what motivated you to start fitness coaching?
What motivated me? Okay, so I have a little bit of a background. I was always a little chubby as a kid, and right through school, right through college, and just something that I wanted to do for myself. I couldn't participate in a lot of athletic competitions. I used to love playing basketball, but I couldn't make it to the team. I think that was the time that I realized that, it's time for me to get in shape. And, that became my motivation at that point of time. And I've never looked back. It's been 8 years since I've been doing this. And fitness is something that you need to do every day. I was just talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and she said she's joined my program, and she was like, I was thinking of exercise as, like a jail. I have to do it, and I wasn't enjoying it. And I said, it's as important as having a shower every day, or eating your food, or drinking water. You have to do it all your life. It is not something that you do for a week, for 21 days, for 31 days. I don't know, there's so many challenges out there. And I have a program too, which is a 3-month long program, because that's how long it takes for you to slowly change and get into a routine and actually start seeing changes, right? But by my aim is to help people understand the science behind fitness, why it's important to engage in in any kind of movement, and how to sustain healthy habits, eating habits. So yeah, that was my motivation. I want to get to my I wanted to be a part of my basketball team.
Thank you, Miss Aisha. So I'm sure that the next question is going to motivate a lot of people to start with their fitness. And it's that what would be a fitness mantra or message you would like to tell everyone?
A fitness mantra and message, I think I've already mentioned. um, don't treat it like a punishment. It is something that you have to do for life. It isn't fitness or exercising doesn't have a time. I can't put it into a time slot. You have to do it all your life, whether you are 18, whether you are 14. I'm not saying exercise, start picking up weights and go to the gym. Just play a sport. It actually, playing a sport really teaches you many other things than just being fit, right? This teamwork that it teaches you, how to behave with people. It really helps you even later in life when you start working, how to interact with a lot of people. It changes you as a person altogether. So what I want to tell you is that if you can, I know the circumstances these days aren't unfortunately we are stuck to our houses. And but do something which engage, like do a group class with your friends. There's so much online content available. Do dance fitness. There's ample of content on YouTube, so many things on, I'm sure all of you are on Instagram is full of fitness programs, so join one, ask your friends to do a challenge, do it together, and just make sure that you're moving at least 30 minutes in a day. That's just 2% of your day's time, right? 30 minutes. So yeah, you can dedicate that to some sort of movement.
Thank you, Ms. Aisha. So like you spoke about circumstances that right now we end up home and we can't go out. But when we come to a teen's life, how can a teen integrate physical and mental fitness? Because since the education system focuses a lot on academics and grades.
Right. So one of when you're back to school, and all of us have had physical education, physical ed as a part of. I'm sure it's still there, but it wasn't always really given the kind of attention as needed to. And I think in today's time, to understand health has become extremely paramount, right? Now we've understood this with COVID being there, how important it is to strengthen our immunity, to work on ourselves, and health has become of a very important. It's a very important subject, and teens especially need to understand how important food is, right? Like when your parents tell you to eat green vegetables, and it's all right. This is what you need to do to become healthy. And I'm not saying don't. I enjoy my McDonald's. I had McDonald's Sunday. I wanted to cheat on my meal, and I did that. But also the week, 6 days a week, if not all, try to eat things that are healthy. If you want to have a pizza, for example, make it at home. Just choose healthy eating habits. Get creative. Now is the time. See, help your parents in the kitchen. Understand, what goes into actually making the food. I think that really helps if you understand the ingredients. If you also, sort of make your own meals. Um it sort of builds that interest also in what you're consuming, because that's something that you really need to understand. I think when you understand something, that it's easier to consume. So a tip for all of you would be to help your parents, go inside the kitchen, see what's there, maybe make a meal or two, and start studying about what nutrition is. I think that's an extremely important topic. So with physical ed, I think nutritional science also should be part of your courses for sure.
Thank you, Ms. Aisha. So the next question is from Bianca, that what advice or tips would you like to give to someone who wants to have a fitness routine but lacks the motivation to continue it? I mean, this is with more most of us, like we all want to be fit, but we don't have that motivation in us to, get up and start doing it.
I think make someone else your source of motivation. Work out in a group, that really helps. So, and these challenges that are out there, some of them are extremely interesting. See if you can join one, and get others also to join with you, because then if one person's lacking motivation, the other is able to pump them up. So find and motivation, at the end of the day, I think more than motivation, discipline is what you need to look at. It's as simple as that. Motivation, in the name of motivation, we are just being lazy. That's the real answer to this. So a lot of my other clients also tell me that we are lacking motivation. It's not the motivation, you're lacking discipline, right? If you've thought of, when you it's like an exam, right? Like, you don't want to, can you say I'm lacking motivation, so I'll not study, but you still have to write your exam, right? So you have to get up, you have to boost yourself. There are days that you might not feel like working out. It's okay. Take that day as a rest day, but get up the next day. Don't get into this entire phase of not of quitting. Don't quit. Just get up the next day. Tell your friends to be a part of your routine. Work out together. Join a group class. These are all ways, especially for now, to help you get into a proper fitness regime.
Thank you, Saisha. So the next question is from Sana, that how do you know that your drive for fitness is excessive or unhealthy, and what can you do to stop yourself from going in a negative direction?
Could you say that? I lost you in between. Could you repeat that?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's from Sana, that how do you know that your drive for fitness is excessive or unhealthy, and what can you do to stop yourself from going in a negative direction?
Your drive for fitness is excessive or unhealthy? I
Yeah.
didn't understand. Sana, could you frame that question for me? Uh, to stop yourself from an. I didn't actually get the question. I want her to write it again. Can I take another
I
one from
think
there?
I think what Sana is trying to ask is that when do you know that you're going overboard, right?
In a
Are you exercising too much? Is it getting unhealthy?
So I think a lot of people make the mistake of, especially when you're a beginner, it is extremely important that you're in the right hands, and you have either a fitness trainer or someone who's an expert who's guiding you. So they'll be able to tell you how many days a week, how long do you need to work out based on your fitness goals, your age, your height. There's a lot of, when we structure a program for someone, there's a lot that goes into it, right? So what I can advise you, Sana, is to find someone who's trained, who's a trainer or is an expert in this field, and get your workouts planned from that person, and not just follow everything that's available on the internet. uh, yeah, I think that'll sort that out for you.
Thank you, Ms. Aisha, for answering all of those questions and sharing your thoughts with us. It really meant a lot to us. And I'm sure most of us here are motivated to get fit, get up, and start their journey. So thank you so much.
No motivation, discipline. Okay, always
Discipline,
remember,
yeah.
discipline is what you need.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.